Hey guys, welcome to the House of Voice and welcome to the first video under the Create series for the House of Voice. Today we're going to be focusing on learning your lyrics. So the first step is one that I'm sure you wouldn't have thought would have been the first step, and that is ascertaining what type of learner you are. So first up are the visual learners, and they're all the people that really need to see things to be able to understand them. If you are one of these people, I would strongly suggest starting to type out your lyrics or write them out if you prefer. Stick the lyric sheet at the top of the roof, and when you go to sleep at night, go through them, and when you wake up, go through them. Another one is to draw little pictures that represent key triggers on the side of your lyrics page. If you then come around to learning that section and you see those key triggers, then those little drawings pop up and you'll see the order in your mind when it comes to then singing it and for it to come out your mouth. Another one, stick it in the bathroom. Stick it on the side of the mirror as you're getting dressed and you're doing your makeup or you're brushing your teeth or whatever it is that you do in the morning. Stick it on the side and recite and go over your lyric. Second up is auditory learners. So they love and absorb information best by listening. If you're one of these people, then I strongly suggest you record your lyrics just into your mobile in a memo and listen to it back regularly before the performance. Speak out your lyrics and get a sense of the rhythm. Another one is to get someone else to read you the lyrics and you sit there and listen to them. Record your lyrics into your mobile memo and listen to it back regularly. Next up is kinesthetic and tactile learners, and these learners learn best when they're feeling something, when they're touching something, or they're using their body in some way. So I would suggest for these type of learners that you lie on your back with your lyric sheet and then move your hips from side to side, maybe do a couple of yoga moves as the lyrics sheet is in front of you, because anything that keeps you in your body and in motion is something that is really beneficial to you. Another one is to do up a couple of flashcards and stand on a balancing board. If you've ever seen them just at the gym, they're just a little balance board, quite cheap to get. Stand on those and go for a little surf on your balance board and have your lyric sheet, because that will also help you. The good old-fashioned walk, grab your lyric sheet or put on the track that you've recorded and go for a walk and absorb your lyrics this way. Act out your lyrics, so do a little bit of a play, get it in your body, start to really explore the emotions of the song and start to really understand it inside of your body, and then the lyrics will just kind of come out of your mouth. Verbal learners love words, they love speech, and they love language. So if you're one of these people, I would highly recommend grabbing your lyric sheet and reading it to someone. Again, it can kind of double up with that idea that you could act out your lyrics, but even better if you had an audience to do that. That always helps, because it puts you in the present moment with yourself and getting you to really challenge yourself early in the process. Being that verbal learners are often interested in language, I would highly recommend analysing your lyrics, not just the character but also the tone of the writing and the mechanics of that. This will help just decipher what the lyrics are actually meaning from that standpoint, which will then again help you to absorb the lyrics. The social learner just loves people, loves to learn in groups. So if you're one of these people, I would grab a study partner and do a little bit of a bounce off lyric game. I'd start to grab your cue cards and also get a game going on between your study partner. Get people in your house to help you. Another one for the social learner is to grab the lyric sheet and explain to someone what the character is going through. When you're starting to absorb things through conversations with others, this is fantastic. So if you're striking up a conversation, this is also going to help you to absorb the character and the lyrics. The logical and analytical learner. These people just love logic, they love patterns, and they love facts. I would strongly suggest looking through the lyrics and finding a pattern and then absorbing the words through that pattern. These people look up the meaning of their lyrics, which they should do anyway, but look up the meaning and find some logic within it. Find out facts, because these learners love facts, particularly if there's a write-up on what the artist was going through at the time, why they were at that point, they can really find themselves absorbing the lyrics far more through the understanding of where that person was at the time. Last but not least are the solitary learners. They love to learn by themselves. So if you're one of these people, make sure that you always have a quiet house to learn your lyrics. This is not always possible for some people who have busy households, but you really need to take a quiet moment either out in the backyard or somewhere you can get some peace and really absorb those lyrics. Being that they're often quite intuitive, also look at the characters' in-depth motivation within the lyric and relate that personally back to your own experiences. This is a great thing for anyone to do, but is particularly valuable for these types of learners. Write a little journal about the character and from their intuitive point of view, and then that will help you really be in empathy with the character and what they're going through, and are more likely to absorb the lyric. So after you've discovered what type of learner you are and have a couple of tools now under your belt in doing so, I would stress use technology. We're in the digital age, there is a lot available to you. And some really simple ones are a couple of apps. One is Rehearsal 2 and the other one is Line Learner. These are apps that are traditionally used for actors. You may also be doing acting if you're in a musical, but it doesn't really matter whether you're an actor or you're not. You can feed the lyric into these apps and they will be able to become a scene partner with you and to test you on these. And this is particularly valuable if you don't have someone at home that's always available to you. So source on the App Store, Line Learner and Rehearsal 2. A really simple one is the voice memo on your phone. So grab it out, record your lyrics. Whatever type of learner you are, it's not going to hurt you listening to those lyrics over and over. Just grab a playlist, chuck your songs in there and just listen to them on rote. Last but not least, make sure that you've done related associations. So this would be key for any singer who was doing a character role, but this isn't always the case for those who are just doing pub gigs. But honestly, you must relate experiences to the lyrics that you're singing. Once you do this, things will become a lot easier to gauge because you've got key triggers on the side of your page telling you how you relate that lyric to something that you've been through personally. If you have that within you, it's so much easier to call on it. So something that I always tell singers is to go through section by section, finding a summary of what you think that section is about, finding a key experience that relates to it, and then teeing that up as key triggers, which will simplify your learning and your lyric.